It's that time again when the worst person you know makes a mostly good point. This is Elon Musk, and he has found a line that even the most hardcore of devotees to his brand of nonsense apparently don't want to cross. So is it about his turn against democracy or the transphobia? No, they're still good with all that. No, it's this. He tweeted, "The only action needed to solve climate change is a carbon tax." And my God, did they hate that. I will point out, it's not the only thing that needs to be done. Let's be very clear about that. It is a stupid ass thing to say that that's the only thing that needs to be done. But of course he's gonna say stupid things. He's not actually a genius, and never forget it. But that said, it's a part of something, maybe. And that said, they hate it. With all due respect, Elon, theft cannot fix the weather, says a dude with a check mark. So I guess he's a serious person. I think that's what a check mark means on Twitter, is very serious, smart person. Anyway, so it's theft. If it's tax, it's a theft, okay? And it can't fix the weather. Again, it's not like you do the tax and the weather gets better. It's supposed to influence behavior. Do you not understand that? That doesn't seem that complicated. Sal says, "Elon, you're free to give more of your money to the government, but please keep me out of it." You largely would be out of it. It's not a thing that affects regulation. Tom Fitton says, "Another tax to address a non-issue is a bad idea, ... I think Tom Fitton is worried about seeming too Elon Musk. That's why he tries to hedge his bets with the ... or whatever. And then blah, 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 there's some flat earther stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's gay, I guess, says this one person. It's gay to have a carbon tax. Well, look, Elon Musk might not be a genius, but he is very sensitive to the tide turning against him. So he immediately jumped 6 minutes later to say, we should not, for example, impose draconian laws on farmers or make citizens uncomfortable. No, it's just one thing. It's to stop other stuff from being done. And look, we can have a debate about exactly what should be done to fight climate change or whatever. But this one guy, like finally he's acknowledging that we should do something. He used to try to make, this was gonna be his legacy, remember, Elon Musk. The electric cars and everything. He's really downplayed the environmental stuff over the past few years. And it's no wonder why the right hates when you talk about saving the environment. They don't believe that it's real. They don't want to do anything about climate change. And so my guess would be this is the last we hear from him on carbon taxes in quite a while. But Sabrina, what do you think about this backlash?
I mean, one, he's probably okay with carbon taxes being the only solution because, he probably has a really, really good accountant. So it's not like he's paying his fair share in taxes anyway. So that's probably why he advocates for that to help climate change. But I mean, these are the people that normally like him very much. And the fact that they're turning him in such a silly way. Also, who uses gay as an insult anymore in the year of 2024?
Have you been on the internet?
You know what? I am taking less time on it lately. But I don't know if this is actually going to end up knocking any sense into Elon. He might end up bending to just being quiet about this again because clearly his supporters don't love it.
Yeah, it's so weird. Look, I don't think, and this will be my final point, I don't think that the pitch, for instance, for electric cars or for Tesla needs to focus over much on the environment. I think there are a lot of reasons theoretically to want them that have nothing to do with the environment. But there remains this weird disconnect where they worship this guy almost on the same level as Donald Trump. And this is the thing, all of this environmental or science stuff, going into space, all this stuff he's doing about transportation, it's stuff that they don't like, but they like him so long as he doesn't make a big deal out of the only reason that they know who he is. It's very odd. You don't often see the strike back against him, especially for when he says something kind of reasonable, but Twitter's a weird place and he's made it worse. It's funny to see it backfiring on him in this very public way. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.